Now straight to the details. Thank you again for taking the time to join us. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Paul Kagame, who is also the chairman of the RPF Inkotanyi Party, has reminded party members and Rwandans in general to further strengthen unity and work together, as this is what produces results in the country's development. He also reminded them to fight corruption wherever it appears and to give priority in addressing issues that hinder development and the well-being of the population. He made the remarks while officially opening the 17th RPF Inkotanyi Congress, which was held at the Nare Arena, where he addressed various issues related to Rwanda's development. During the Congress, the head of state highlighted how unacceptable behavior in the workplace is a reality when it should not be. You go there seeking a service, and first of all, no one is paying attention to you. You will find a young woman or man sitting there on their phone, doing I don't know what. You sit there asking to be served and risking even to get insulted. They tell you to sit there and wait, or declare that the person in charge of what you are seeking is not present and that you should leave. Am I making this up? Are you aware of it or not? Are you? Why do such things happen? When the culture in leadership is bad, even the people I said are supposed to punish you can do no more and decide to leave things as they are. They begin to believe that it is the way people are supposed to live. Where were you as things got that bad? How is it that people have become so shocked that they should keep running after you, the officials? Why? But let me tell you this. In my case, the moment I become aware of a person who behaves in that way, I take decisive action against them that very day. You may baby them, but the moment I find out who they are, it becomes their last day in office. The RPF chairman made it clear that deviating from the party's guiding principles is not something that can be allowed to happen. Many of these leaders we are discussing are cadres among, and then you admit that it is wrong, saying you were unable to identify the priorities. How were you unable to do that? How? Or instead, is it a case of people misusing things for 6 months, 1 year, and it is known? That is what I was asking the Minister of Local Government about. The issues in Kayonza were known, and it had been that way for some time. You decided to keep quiet. Those in Kayonza and others in charge of such issues, you decided to just go along with the trend, letting the people descend to such a level. What do you want the people to do? What do you think are your responsibilities? Is it part of the RPF's new principles? Or were you lying even about the old ones? Were you saying one thing only for us to do things entirely differently? The Congress was attended by more than 2,200 participants, including members of the RPF Inkotanyi Party and various invited guests. Now, the Chief Justice of Rwanda, Domitille Mukantaganzwa, has urged lawyers to continuously upgrade their skills and deepen their knowledge of the law, while also reminding them that any lawyer found to be delaying a case without prior notification of at least 48 hours in advance will have their case heard as scheduled. She further emphasized that any lawyer found engaging in corruption will not be tolerated in any way, as this undermines the integrity of justice. She made the remarks during the General Assembly of the Rwanda Bar Association on Friday. William Evans Mutabazi with the details on that.
The Chief Justice made these remarks while addressing the General Assembly of the Rwanda Bar Association. Rwanda continues to strengthen its policy of reducing the number of cases brought before courts by encouraging citizens to resolve disputes through mediation. The president of the Rwanda Bar Association, Moise Nkundabarashi, said that in 2025, the association received 83 complaints, of which 75 were resolved through mediation. The leadership of the Bar Association has continued with efforts of solving problems of lawyers and their clients, as mentioned above. We received 83 cases, out of which 75 were examined and resolved through mediation. We are pleased with this because when we settle cases this way, we reduce conflicts, that could result into litigation. Chief Justice Domitira Mukantaganzwa called on lawyers to further enhance their professional training and legal knowledge to ensure effective representation of their clients.
Ariko maze kugira imanza nk'eshatu aho abavoka baza bakoresha amategeko yavuyeho.
I have handled about 3 cases where lawyers cite outdated laws. This is a very serious issue. Under normal circumstances, lawyers do their preps. You do not think about a case abruptly while already at court. Part of this preparation helps you familiarize with the case and identify the laws to favor your case. And when I talk about familiarizing yourself with the laws, I mean current laws, not outdated ones. She cautioned lawyers who deliberately delay cases, warning that the use of forged documents, including false medical reports, will not be tolerated. On the issue of delaying and adjourning cases, and sometimes done in the morning of the hearing, when everyone is ready and present for the case, we shall take serious measures on this. If you adjourn a case before 48 hours, the case hearing shall proceed as scheduled. The Chief Justice also warned that corruption among lawyers will not be condoned, saying it tarnishes the image and integrity of the justice system. My message to you as advocates is that many of you are doing a great job and we cooperate with each other really well. But I love to say that justice is like milk, where a small portion of that can make you pour it out. If one advocate asks their clients for bribes so that they can win their cases, this stains the entire system. Anyone that will be doing this will be alone. In efforts to strengthen the legal profession, it was revealed that in 2025, 181 candidates applied to join the legal profession as mediators, but only 113 passed the examination required to be admitted as mediators. William Evans, RTV News.
In Rwanda, living in the Minganzima nursing home of Huye, say that being welcomed there marked the beginning of a renewed life, expressing gratitude to the country's top leadership for thinking of them and rescuing them from the isolation and sorrow that they had been living in. During celebrations of the festive season, together with members of Unity Club in Huararumuri, the elderly genocide survivors shared deep emotions of joy brought about by the transformation in their lives after being relocated from various places where they had been living in isolation and grief. They expressed special appreciation for the First Lady of Rwanda, Her Excellency Jeannette Kagame. The Minganzima nursing home in Huye district of the Southern Province is home to 103 in Hwaza, 8 of whom are men. A moment was also taken to pay tribute to 12 residents of the nursing home who passed away during this year of 2025. Now, the management of the Rwanda Environment Management Authority has announced that by April next year, the 5 wetlands currently under construction here in Kigali City will be fully complete and open to the public as new recreational and tourism sites. William Evans Mutabazi with more on that.
Maintaining a clean, safe and healthy environment remains Kigali's vision as Rwanda's capital, a goal the city continues to pursue as a model on the African continent. Today, enjoying fresh air and green recreation spaces no longer requires traveling far outside Kigali. Within the city itself, westward nature sites such as Nyandungu Eco Park have become popular destinations, with visitors saying the park has significantly enhanced the beauty of the capital.
We only had to drive 8 minutes from where we're at, and like I said, we're in the city, so it's so close. And to be, for this park, this really big park to be in the middle of the city is really nice because you don't hear the cars, you don't hear all of the motorbikes, and so you're just at peace. Really important. Like I said, especially in the middle of a really busy city. So yeah, I think it's important.
I can say that at first it was different because it took one time or sometimes taking off days to travel outside Kigali to visit parks such as these and return exhausted by the journey. But when the eco park was established, you can even pass by after work to just refresh your mind a bit. Beyond Nyandungu, 4 other wetlands are currently being restored and nearly completion. REMA Deputy Director General Faustin Mnyazikwiye says all the 5 wetlands will be officially commissioned in April 2026. We are restoring about 5 wetlands, including the one of Gikondo, Rwampara, Rujenje Rwintare, Nyabugogo and Chibumba wetlands. All these are being restored to support the city in controlling flooding. Secondly, there will be walkways and cycling lanes. People will be able to do their exercises and walks there, or even just sit and relax. As we speak, the restoration process is going on really well, and we are hoping that by April 2026, we shall commission all of them and open them to the public. The restoration works include construction of pedestrian walkways, man-made ponds, and the introduction of diverse plant species to strengthen biodiversity. People employed in these environmental conservation activities said the projects have not only improved their livelihoods, but also given them an opportunity to contribute to keeping the city clean and sustainable. Taking care of our environment is our collective national responsibility because our environment gives us fresh air to breathe. When this was established here, it created employment for us. In total, the restoration of the 5 wetlands will cost over 80 billion Rwandan francs. The initiative is part of Kigali's broad ambition to remain a clean and green city with a healthy living environment for residents and visitors alike. The Minister of Environment, Dr. Benedette Arakwiye, says Rwanda remains firmly committed to environmental protection, noting that more than $300 million have already been mobilized to finance various environmental projects across the country.
Overall, we are looking at more than 300 million that have been mobilized, but we are really, as we raise our ambition on expected impact on the ground, we are raising our ambition in the level of finance that we hope to mobilize moving forward. When you look at our NDC 3.0, we are talking about a total cost of about $12 billion to be able to achieve that. Doing so, it is important to mention that when it comes to climate finance, there are resources that are allocated by the countries, but there are also resources that are mobilized externally from developing countries and also from partners that are interested in joining our journey in climate action. So this is where we talk about conditional funding and unconditional funding. So moving forward, in order to really reach the 12 billion we are looking to mobilize for NDC 3.0, the role of the finance and the private sector is going to be critical. We've been really busy working to understand what are the investment opportunities in our country. And here we are really, I want to emphasize that the climate action journey is also full of opportunity that do address the climate needs, but at the same time enhance the economy, because we are talking about job creation and we are talking about other investment opportunities that are in support of our economy. So making it concrete, we are looking at opportunity again, mostly in the transport sector. We know that shifting from vehicles that use gasoline or diesel to adopting electric vehicle presents an investment opportunity that allow us first to mobilize the resources from investors in that sector, but also allow us to really tackle those broader challenge of climate change. And I can also name the air quality issues that we've been facing in the country. So investment opportunities are there, and we are busy really honing those down so that we can bring the right partners that can support us on our climate journey.
So far, Nyandungu Eco Park, the first restored wetland to be open to the public, covers more than 120 hectares and has generated over 200 million Rwandan francs this year up from 158 million Rwandan francs last year. The park has welcomed more than 100,000 visitors compared to over 66,000 the previous year, with 70% of the visitors being Rwandans. In addition to the environmental conservation, the park has created 47 permanent jobs, most of them for personnel tasked with protecting and managing the sites. William Evans, RwandaTV News.
Thank you, William. Now to the education sector, where youth who studied at Action College say that the skills they acquired have helped them to create jobs for themselves, improve their livelihoods, and develop a clear direction in their lives. The director of Action College, that is Cynthia Ingabire, has encouraged young people to embrace technical and vocational skills in general, describing them as a key to sustainable development. For the second time, the Action College Technical and Vocational School has graduated 600 students who completed their studies in various fields, including driving, language studies, tailoring, and other practical skills-based professions. Now we'll take a short break and then we'll return with international news, so do stay with us.
Nkiri muto arababwiraga data bati ntabwo wagira umukamo mwinshi utunze inka imwe, ariko nigeze acika intege. Mama akinjira mu bucuruzi hari abamubwiraga bati ntabwo watera imbere udakorera mu iduka rigezweho, ariko ntibyamusubije inyuma, yakoranaga umwete. Njya muri kaminuza hari abanshidikanyagaho bavuga ko nashobora kaminuza naturuka mu muryango wifashije, ariko byarangiye nanditse amateka mashya. Igihe cyo gutera ishema umuryango wanjye kigeze, bamwe bakomeje kumbwira bati ntabwo watera umuryango wawe ibyishimo n'ishema, ariko narabishoboye. Hari abakekaga ko nasigira umurage ukomeye abankomokaho, ariko ubu mfite uruganda rutunganya amata. Banki ya Kigali yabaye umufatanyabikorwa wanjye mu rugendo rwose, inzozi zanjye ziba impamo. Bigereho.
I hope you had a great week, and I hope your weekend will be even better as we approach the festive season. I hope to see you again. Goodbye.